What's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. Today I want to get into a pair of Yeezys, more specifically a pair of 700 V1s. I ended up hitting on YEEZY supply for the Faded Azure, however you say that, whatever that means, I don't know. I forgot to cancel my entry on the Confirmed app, and I ended up hitting there as well, so I doubled up on it. But I don't think that's a bad thing. My first pair just got here, and I want to get into them with you. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these YEEZY 700s. That's real good, hon. Alright, so first up, we got a standard YEEZY box. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's a 700, so it's got 700 on the top of it. It's got boost labeling on the side because the 700 V1 has full-length boost. The tag reads YEEZY Boost 700 Faded Azure. Faded Azure. How the heck do you say that, and what does it mean? These are the things that keep me up at night. But anyhow, you know what it's called. It dropped at retailers and YEEZY supply, Confirmed app, dropped all over the place. I don't know if numbers were high, but I know several people who were able to hit, and I actually got the double up, and that doesn't happen much with Yeezys. So maybe numbers were kind of high on this, and I hope they were because I really like it. I always wear between a 10 or a 10.5 on pretty much all 700 models. I go with the 10.5. And then I just want to get right to it. I love these things. I love these things. Immediately whenever I saw them, I took note of the fact that they're a lot more green than what I thought. I thought from all the pictures and all that, that it was going to be more on the blue spectrum. But they ended up looking a whole lot more green than what I was anticipating. And that's not a pro or a con, that's just something that I noticed. But I love the way they look. I love the variety of textures and layers that we always get with Yeezys. And especially with the 700 V1s, I think he just goes all out on it. I like the reflective hits that we get. It doesn't seem right to say I love the pops of color. However, I mean, there really are, even though the whole shoe is really colorful, you really do get just random pops of color, and I really, really like that. I know a lot of people with the wash orange were a little bit disappointed that it didn't have the contrasting drips there, so I guess they'll be happy now because you've got that orange hit down here in the drips. And these have a bluish midsole, which is definitely something out of the ordinary for the 700. There for a while we were getting them all with like orange colored midsoles, but I like this color. It's like a grayish blue, and I think it looks real dope. I love blue and green, and we get plenty of that, plenty different shades and varieties of that on these shoes. Starting with this outsole, we've got like a gray color for most of the tread pattern, but you can also see in these little cutaways that grayish blue from the midsole peeks through, and you also see that full-length boost, which I'm a huge fan of. I love boost cushioning. There at the back of the heel, you see a little bit of Adidas branding. And then I started to point out before, but we've got like a bluish gray midsole, and I love the color of it. I love all the lines and the shape of it, and it really does just look like the shoe is in motion even though it's sitting still. I just think these shoes just flow together so well. I don't know what it is about them, but I just love the way these come together. But we've got that blue color, And then up here we have some accents that kind of match the blue suede on the toe box here. But we've got those orange drips there in the back, and I believe those are reflective as usual. And we also get those same painted accents on the inside of the shoe as well. And then the orange here in the back. But for the whole upper, it's a mix of different mesh and different colors, and then different colored overlays of both suede and very high-end feeling leather. And all the colors are just beautiful in my book. I really, really like it. We have a lot of hits of reflective, starting with these two dots here. Those are both reflective. The stripes behind this mint green color, those are reflective. And then both of the lace loops on the tongue, those are also reflective. Also on this back heel, this suede panel, all these little circles that are cut out, behind that is some reflective material. And I really like the way they catch the light in the nighttime. As if the shoe wasn't going to grab your attention anyway, he throws all those little extras in there, you know? Like I was saying, the base of the shoe is all just a variety of different colored mesh. We've got like almost like a mustard brown color here on the toe box area. But then to the sides of that, we've got like a royal blue. And I love that color. That is beautiful on there. And then moving back the shoe, this is like a winter green or like a mint green or something. And then up here around the sock liner, it's more of like a jade color. But I love all the little differences. You know, it's a lot of green and a lot of blue, but every little piece is just a little bit different in color. And it comes together beautifully. But then coming to all these overlays, on the toe we've got like a grayish blue, and it feels really nice. It's a short hair, but it feels great. It's a nice thick cut, and it's got a natural edge on it. And then flanking that, we have, this is more of like that jade color green. And we have that on both sides, but that's kind of surrounding that royal blue mesh. And it just looks really good. And then that also continues back around these 3M reflective hits as well, on both sides. And then behind that, we've got more of like a mint green color that kind of matches the mesh on the side panels that we have. But up here around the eye stays, it's a really, really soft, high-end feeling leather. And the tongue is like a green mesh, matches the rest of the shoe well. We have a brownish colored rope style lace, and that ties the shoe in pretty well. And then we have a green sock liner and a green insole. Y'all have a good one.